Okay, this meeting is called to order. We will have an invocation and then we'll go straight into the Pledge of Allegiance. Tonight, our Pledge of Allegiance will be administered by some students from Huntington Elementary School that's going to be here to lead us in our pledge. So, Mayor, if you will, lead us in our prayer and then we'll go straight into the Pledge of Allegiance. Please stand.
Thank you for being here, Ms. Bray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this opportunity for these council members and myself to make the best decisions possible for the citizens of the great city of Northport, Alabama. Just give us wisdom, give us guidance. Thank you for loving us. Thank you for blessing us. These things we ask. Amen.
Amen.
Good morning, guys.
Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Hammer, y'all go ahead and get something else to say. Go ahead.
You want to say our motto for them? Okay, ready?
Huntington is a place where students learn, grow, and achieve by being honest, kind, compassionate, respectful, and responsible. That's the Wildcat way. Have a great day.
All right.
Next on the agenda is roll call.
Councilwoman Butler. Present. Councilman Washington.
Here.
Pro Tem Hinton.
Here.
Councilwoman Dykes. Here. And President Hall.
Here. Item 4 is presentations. Under presentations tonight, we do have a few presentations. We're going to start out with Huntington Place Elementary School. Principal Hamner is here with a couple of students, and they wanted to come and speak to the council. So, Ms. Hamner, floor is all yours.
Thank you so much for having us here tonight. We're just so for the generosity of the Northport City Council. Last year, we received 2 different checks from you that our school used to purchase iPads so that every student in our building has an iPad. And so this year has been wonderful, and I've asked some 4th grade students to come and just tell you about how much they appreciate your support and let you know what we use those iPads for each day. So I'm going to have each student come up and introduce themselves and share a little bit about that.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Mason Davidson. I'm in the 4th grade. I thank each of you for the iPads that you gave us. We use these iPads to support our learning. Thank you.
Thank you, Mason.
Hi, my name is Riley Ann Fessler. I'm a 4th grade student at Huntington Place Elementary School. Thank you so much for the iPads. We use them every day for iReady and AR tests. The iPads have really changed our school. It has allowed more students to achieve their goals by having more access to technology. Huntington Elementary thanks you for believing in the next generation.
Thank you, Riley Ann.
Hi, my name is Colin Good, and I go to Huntington Place Elementary. I am so thankful for the money you have given us for the iPads.
Thank you, Colin.
Hi, my name is Zari Hamner. Thank you for the new technology. Thank you for the resources to help learn. We can use this technology in iReady to help us with reading and math. We are all very thankful for all the new technology, and this helps us academically. It makes learning fun and easy.
Hi, my name is Carter Pinuel, and I go to Huntington Place Elementary School. Thank you for the iPads. We use them every day for morning meeting.
Thank you, Carter.
Hello, my name is Emerson Williams. I am in the 4th grade at Huntington Place Elementary. What I love about the iPads is that they help us learn. We do iReady math and reading on them. We can research on them and much more. I am so grateful for the iPads.
Thank you, Emerson.
Hi, my name is Bella Winters, and why I like the iPads is that we can research things that can help us with our work. Another thing that the iPads can help us with are QR codes and iReady, and that's why I like the iPads at school.
Thanks, Bella.
Thank you so much. Here are some images of just some of the students that were at our school today using the iPads. Thank you again. It's definitely going to help us prepare them to be ready for the next generation. Thank you again.
Thank you.
And would you like a photo with mayor and council? We'll ask them to come down.
Right, thank you.
I do want to say this idea was born with Councilman Hinton, so this was something that he had been very passionate about and something that we're very glad to see happen. And this right here is just a testament of the hard work that's gone into figuring out how to do this and putting this together. So I want to thank Councilman Hinton for his leadership on doing this, because it's very, very well received by all schools in our city. So thank y'all again for coming.
And President Hogg, I think at this time you have a presentation to some agencies, is that correct?
Mayor and council, if you will, please stand down here as well. Next, under presentations, we have a group here for National Down Syndrome Awareness Month, and we have a proclamation by the mayor. So if you're here for the National Down Syndrome Awareness, please come forward.
Hey. Y'all doing okay? If you want to stand right here, I'm going to present this to you. Okay. I have a proclamation here. Whereas Down syndrome is the most frequently occurring chromosomal disorder and is the leading cause of intellectual and developmental delay in the United States, and whereas approximately 1 in every 691 children are born with Down syndrome, representing an estimated 5,000 births per year in the United States, with approximately 85 of those annual births occurring here in Alabama. And whereas today, through multiple efforts, people with Down syndrome are offered early intervention services, attend school, procure appropriate health care, choose to live at home or independently, receive transition services and vocational training, have meaningful relationships, volunteer opportunities, maintain a job, experience a life of inclusion and rewarding maturity. And whereas yet despite significant increases in lifespan and intellectual opportunities over the past decade, there is still much work to do done regarding the rights to equality, inclusion, education, medical care, research, employment, and support for people with Down syndrome. And whereas throughout Northport, encourage all citizens to work together to celebrate the lives of individuals with Down syndrome, and remember to appreciate and regard every individual with dignity as a valued member of the community. And whereas through public awareness, the City of Northport supports the initiatives of organizations working to ensure people with Down syndrome have adequate services, are valued in society, and can lead fulfilling and productive lives in our community. Now, therefore, I, Bobby Herndon, by the authority vested in me as mayor of the great city of Northport, Alabama, do hereby proclaim Monday, October 1st, proclaim October 1st, 2021 as Down Syndrome Day, and October as National Down Syndrome Month in the great city of Northport. Thank y'all for being here very much. Thank you for coming.
Next, under presentations, we have a couple of outside agency funding presentations to make today. First on the list is our partnership with Tuscaloosa County Park and Recreation Authority. If you're here with Para, if you would, please come forward and
just thank you for what you've done. We really appreciate it. And, we've got, just to let people know something we do, a couple miles from here, Northport Community Center, we have 60 people dancing tonight. We have 3 dances a week at Northport Community Center. About 60 people show up every time, so we're doing that. Then I noticed we actually partner. We have Dowd's kids in our therapeutic programs. We have a library that we partner with at the Miller Center. We partner with Amy Eccles at Kentuck Park for the Kentuck Festival, and we work with the Economic Development Authority as well. So thank y'all, really appreciate everything. All right. I'll just put it on the wall.
I do want to point out that is a pretty substantial increase from last year, so we will continue to work hard and work with Para and see what we can do going forward. So thank you again. Next under presentations is the Tuscaloosa Public Library. Mr. Freeman, and I think you have some people with you as well, don't you? So please step forward. Y'all are welcome to the microphone. Anyone that would like to say anything?
I'd just like to thank the council. This is a significant increase from what we've had. We've had an increase last year and now this coming year, and we definitely appreciate it. And hopefully we can keep on moving that way, and maybe next year even more. But we really appreciate all y'all stepping forward to help us with this, because we have a lot of good things coming in the future. So we definitely thank you.
And once again, that was another increase, I believe, this year as well. So, is Ms. Winningham here from the Economic Development Authority? I haven't seen her, have you? Okay. I did see Ms. Eccles here for the Kentuck Art Museum. I know we have a lot of good things going on here with Kentuck, so if you'll tell us a little bit about that.
I would love to say a few words. The festival is in 2 weeks. My staff has not had a day off, but they said, we'll come if there's a big check. And I said, I don't think there is. So they're going to be so disappointed that they're not here. But this is also a significant increase. And you have no idea how much this means to us and how we already felt like we were family with Northport, but even more so now. And we've been getting calls from all over the United States, people so excited about this festival. So we appreciate it. We have year-round programming too that's free, and we love being in the city of Northport, and thank you so very, very much.
Once again, I do want to thank everyone that's here with our outside agency funding. It's through partnerships like this that make Northport a thriving place to be, and it definitely helps our quality of life. So thank you to the Tuscaloosa County Park and Recreation Authority, Tuscaloosa Public Library, the Economic Development Authority, and Kentucky Art Museum for being here tonight. Okay. So now Ms. Winningham has made it? Okay. Ms. Winningham, please come to the podium. We'd like to offer a presentation to you tonight for your leadership with the Economic Development Authority and our partnership with you, and glad you're here. So thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. We appreciate your contribution to the organization to further economic development for the county. I do apologize for my tardiness. I was stuck in traffic. So
I understand.
Thank you very much.
31,000 people riding the roads in Northport.
Yes.
No problem, I'm standing. Thank you, Ms. Winningham, for being here. Next on the agenda is unfinished business. 7A1 is a second reading of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a franchise agreement with Spire, Alabama Incorporated. Mr. Davis.
Before we get there, I believe we need to approve the agenda, President Hogg.
Okay, gotcha. Excuse me for that. I had moved the visitors up on the agenda and misspoke. Yes, sir.
We tend to get plenty of complaints about things that are going on, and we often don't get many thanks. It's really nice when something good happens, you consider it good, and you tell us. We appreciate that very much.
Absolutely. Next on the agenda is approval of the agenda. I will move to approve the agenda for October 4th council meeting with the deletion of items 8A2 and 8B6. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Item 7, like I said earlier, was an unfinished business. 7A1 is the second reading of an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute a franchise agreement with Spire, Alabama Incorporated. Mr. Davis.
Yes, this is ready to be voted on by the council. This is Spire's, formerly Allegasco. It will be a franchise with the city.
Okay. I'll move to adopt that ordinance. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8A1 is the first reading of a conditional use approval to allow a concrete plant to include outdoor storage of machinery and the storage of sand, gravel, and rocks in the M1 light industrial zone. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This request comes from Ballard Concrete. The proposed location is at the southwest corner of 30th Avenue and 17th Street. This does come with an unfavorable recommendation from the Planning Commission.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to offer this for a first reading?
So moved.
That is offered by Councilwoman Dykes. 8A2 has been deleted. 8A3 is the first reading of an ordinance amending the municipal code pertaining to incentive pay. Mr. Davis.
Yes, Mr. President, that's ready for action, first reading by the council.
Okay, I'll offer that for a first reading.
Mr. President, I'd also indicate in my prior years, I tried to check or cash a check on a dry erase board. The banks really don't like that, so we will get better checks out to these members.
Just for clarification, on those, we do have agency funding contracts this year for those, and it is paid quarterly for our agencies with certain expectations delineated in those contracts.
Yes, ma'am. 8A4 is the first reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for municipal public improvements, a final layer for property located at Grand Point 4A. Ms. Tubbs.
Is to accept the final layer of asphalt.
Okay, I'll offer that for a first reading. 8A5 is the first reading of a permanent resolution accepting maintenance for public improvements, a final layer for property located at Glencrest Phase 2. Ms. Tubbs.
Same, we have accepted all infrastructure except for the final layer, so this is the process to accept the final layer.
Okay, I'll offer that for a first reading. AB1 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Evergreen Solutions, LLC, to conduct a classification and compensation study for the city of Northport. Mr. Rose.
This resolution will authorize the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Evergreen Solution for a complete compensation and classification survey for all of our classifications and our pay grades.
Okay.
Pay plan.
Is there a member of council that would like to adopt this resolution? That's a motion by Councilman Hinton, second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. 8B2 is a resolution authorizing the city administrator to enter into an agreement with Next Bill Pay for an electronic payment option for utility customers.
Yes, Mr. President, this would allow our water and sewer customers options other than paying by check, by mail, or through the drive-through. It allows some electronic options if they choose to use those. So that's ready for action by the council.
Is this different than the check by the website, where you can go on the website and?
This is a new service. They can pay electronically.
Okay.
In several different ways.
And this is a more real-time transaction. In the past, our transactions had to wait till 11 p.m. to post. This is a more on-demand and real-time transaction.
Okay.
That will facilitate delivery of services to our customers as well.
Is there any member of council that would like to move to adopt this resolution?
So move.
That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB3 is a resolution appointing a member to the Planning Commission. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This does come with a favorable recommendation from the Administrative Committee that Mr. Jason Ward be appointed to fill the vacancy on the Planning Commission. If adopted, his term would expire on December the 31st of 2024.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve Jason Ward to be appointed to serve in seat 3 of the Northport Planning and Zoning Commission?
So moved. Second.
A motion by Councilwoman Bobo, second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB4 is a resolution appointing a member to the Zoning Board of Adjustments. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This comes as a recommendation from the Administrative Committee that Mr. Brian Chandler be appointed to fill the vacancy on the Zoning Board of Adjustment Committee. His term would expire at the end of December of 2021.
Okay. Is there a member of council that would like to adopt the resolution appointing Brian Chandler as a member of our Zoning Board of Adjustments?
So moved.
That's a motion by Councilwoman Bobo. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hinton. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB5 is a resolution appointing 3 members to the Historic Preservation Commission. Ms. Ram.
Yes, sir. This also comes as a favorable recommendation from the Administrative Committee. There are 3 vacancies on the Historic Commission at the moment. Mr. Turnley Smith, Mr. Larry Burnett, and Miss, I'm sorry, I'm probably going to pronounce this incorrectly, but Miss Namisha Wansaker have all 3 applied to fill these vacancies. If approved by the council, Mr. Smith's term would end at the end of December of 2023. Mr. Burnett would end at the end of December of 2021, and Ms. Wansaker would end at the end of December of 2021 as well.
Okay.
And this does come with a recommendation from the administrative committee.
All right, we'll vote on each of these separately. So if there are a member of council that would like to move to approve the resolution appointing Turnley Smith to the Northport Historic Preservation Commission.
Move.
Motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes? President Hogg?
Yes. Second part of this, is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the resolution appointing Mr. Larry Burnett to seat 1 of the Northport Historic Preservation Commission with his term expiring December 31st, 2021? That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second? Second by Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes? President Hogg?
Yes. And the final part to this, is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the resolution appointing Ms. Nemisha Weissaker to seat 2 of the Northport Historic Preservation Commission with her term ending on December 31st, 2021? Okay, that's a motion by Councilman Hinton. Is that second by Councilman Washington? Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. AB 6 has been deleted from the agenda. AB 7 is a resolution authorizing Friends of Historic Northport to open Shirley Place for Dickens downtown. Ms. Webb.
Yes, sir. Annually, the Friends of Historic Northport asks to open Shirley Place to host Dickens Downtown and showcase the treasure that is at Shirley Place, and this will be a resolution authorizing that action.
Okay. I will move to adopt the resolution authorizing Friends of Historic Northport to open Shirley Place for tours during Dickens Downtown. That's in the form of a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg?
Yes. Item C is our consent agenda. It ranges from minutes, bill listings, and PO requisitions. I do want to call everyone's attention to one of the PO requisitions, which is the City Hall signage. We have a lot of people that constantly ask about, you've painted the building, but you haven't painted the sign. Well, that's not because we're not wanting to paint the sign and make it look the same. It's just we had to wait until we had other things in order. So if you'll see on your screen there where you can see on the monitors, this is what the new signage will look like at the front of City Hall. You will see the new logo that the council has adopted. The colors will match the building, and also the colors of Northport City Hall. In the logo is, of course, the Tuscaloosa County High School blue. So I think that's going to be a nice addition to the look of City Hall, and everyone, I think, will rally behind that to say that it looks more modern and updated and more welcoming to people as they come into our city. So just wanted everyone to see exactly what that is going for, what it will look like. So,
President Hogg,
Yes.
not only will this recreate the sign out here in front of City Hall, but it will also impact the welcome sign at Watermelon Road. So there are 2 signs that are being, not that one.
okay. Yep. So you'll see there just a rendering of what the sign, what the welcome signs to Northport did look like with the old type logo versus the new. So a little bit more updated, and I think it's a little more welcoming too. And I want to thank staff for that as well. Once again, this is the consent agenda ranging from minutes, bill listings, and PO requisitions. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the consent agenda as printed? Okay. That is a motion by Councilwoman Dykes. I'll second. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo?
Yes.
Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Pro Tem Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. Item 9 is reports of special committees of council. If there's a member of council that would like to give a report from their committee. Hearing none. Item 10 is public hearings. We have none on the agenda. Item 11 is city administrator's business. Ms. Webb.
I only have one item for you all tonight, and that is consideration of our first meeting in December. As you are probably aware, on December the 6th, which should be our first scheduled meeting, the Para Christmas Parade is that night, and then the next night is Dickens Downtown, which is the item that you just considered in regards to Friends of Historic Northport and Shirley Place. So I wanted to keep that on your radar and let you think about when you would like to perhaps reschedule a meeting for the first Monday of December.
Ms. Webb, I will say in the past, in the years past, December has been a lot slower month, and I believe we have always moved, when this has happened, we've moved the meeting to the second Monday of the month, which is the 13th, and we've only had one meeting that month in the past, if that's okay with staff and okay with council. Because if you do it, if you have the next meeting, that's on the 20th, that's the week of Christmas, and I know there's a lot of people that's out of town and various things. So I would recommend for myself that we have one meeting in December, and we put that on Monday the 13th.
Like for us to move committee meetings to that same Monday as well?
That would be my recommendation, but we can wait until next meeting for everyone to have a chance to look at their schedules. But and if anyone else has anything that they would rather
Consider that, we'll bring it to you at the next meeting.
Okay.
For confirmation. Thank you.
Is that all the business you have?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Item 12 is departmental business. We have one tonight. We have Red Fan Food Mart Incorporated, doing business as Red Food Mart. They are applying for ABC license. So who is?
Chief Burton had to step out, but
Okay.
I spoke to him on behalf of Red Fan Food Mart, and he sees no issues with the application or the license.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
This does call for a public hearing since this is a ABC license. So I will open the floor for a public hearing. If anyone would like to come and speak for or against this agenda item. Seeing none, we'll close the floor. Is there a member of council that would like to move to approve the ABC license for Red Fan Food Mart Incorporated, doing business as Red Food Mart?
Move.
That's a motion by Councilman Washington. Is there a second?
Second.
By Councilwoman Dykes. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, Ms. Webb.
Councilwoman Bobo? Councilman Washington?
Yes.
Councilman Hinton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Dykes?
Yes.
President Hogg.
Yes. Item 13 is mayor and council members' business. We will start with the Honorable Mayor Herndon.
Thank you. First of all, I appreciate the good crowd that's out here tonight. If you get a chance, when you go back out in the hallway, got a display set up of the 13 soldiers that were killed in Afghanistan here a month or so back. Got their pictures there with them. Got some note cards if you'd like to send any kind of note to their families. I'm going to be making arrangements, or I have made arrangements, to get all the plaques that are out there that have each person's name inscribed on it, get it delivered to their families. Just a gesture from our community, and if you get a chance, just look at it. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mayor. District 1, Councilwoman Bobo.
I have no direct district business, but I would like to say thank you to our IT staff for keeping us safe from cyber attacks. I know that we passed this evening to support the threat. Sorry, I lost the name of it. The threat attack software, but I know that that's been something that's been in the news that's happened even with social media today. So wanted to say thank you to our IT department for keeping us safe, because we do get those phishing attacks quite often. And just would like to remind, I get a lot of questions about the paving updates. We've had a lot of those recently. Paving started 2 Mondays ago, and it looks like it's moving along pretty well. But I think people forget that back last December, we did commit to redoing Watermelon Road, Charlie Shirley, and Main Avenue. So just wanted to remind everyone that's still on our radar, and it's not something that we've forgotten. Those are projects that we intend to complete.
Okay. District 2, Councilman Washington.
No, sir, I have none.
District 3, Pro Tem Hinton.
Nothing tonight.
District 4, Councilwoman Dykes.
The only thing I can say tonight is 69 North is closed at Martin Road due to a very serious car accident, so avoid that area at any cost.
Okay. And under District 5, I do not have any business tonight. Next on the agenda is adjournment. I will move to adjourn the meeting. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilwoman Bobo. All in favor say yes.
Yes.
Yes. All opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you.